Dear students and my dear viewers, welcome back to Anatomy for Beginners. In the previous session, we have discussed about clinically important positions of the body. Now in this session, we are going to discuss about the anatomical planes. Why these anatomical planes are that much important? What is the use of this anatomical planes? Okay, now we will move on to this anatomical planes. There are three anatomical planes, and these anatomical planes are also called as cardinal planes, which helps to describe the sectional views of the part of a body or an organ. So to study the different parts of the body or an organ, so the body is going to cut in these planes only. So how many planes are there? There are three planes. One is sagittal planes, coronal plane and transverse plane. This sagittal plane present from anterior to posterior, and this coronal plane from sideways, and this transverse plane which is present at the center of the body. And if you consider all these planes in 2D, so for example, the transverse plane lies in x-axis, and this sagittal plane located in y-axis, and this coronal plane z-axis. So all these planes are perpendicular to each other. All these planes are perpendicular to each other. Okay. Yes. Now, what is the other uses of these anatomical planes? One is to describe the sectional views of the part of the body or an organ. They help in understanding the relationship of one organ with the other, and also it helps in understanding of structural orientation of tissue, and these planes are used in radiology and in histological examinations. Okay. So, and these planes also help in understanding the basic movements that takes place along these planes. Okay. So, we have so many joints, and these joint exhibit some movements. How these movements are taking place, whether the movement of the shoulder, whether it is moving in sagittal plane, coronal plane or transverse plane, what kind of movements are taking place in the sagittal plane, and what kind of movements are taking place in the coronal plane, and what kind of movements taking place in the transverse plane. Such kind of understanding can be done through these anatomical planes. Okay, and also the description of planes are used to describe the location of a structure or organ. Okay, so these are the uses of anatomical planes. Now we are going to discuss about each plane. Now first we are going to discuss about the sagittal plane. Okay, the sagittal plane is also called as longitudinal plane. What do you call? It is also called as longitudinal plane. Okay, and the sagittal, the word sagittal is derived from Latin word called sagitta, which means arrow. Okay, so that means, for example, if you see, this one is an arrow, so which is piercing into the body from anterior to posterior side. So that means the plane is also appearing like that from anterior to posterior. Okay, and it is also the sagittal plane is so called because in the skull, if you can see, so this is the anterior aspect and this one is the posterior aspect of the skull. In the skull, you can find some suture like joint which is present between two bones, that is, these two bones are called as parietal bones. So a suture is present here. Okay, this suture is called as sagittal suture. So the plane, this plane is also, the sagittal plane is also parallel to this sagittal suture, or it runs on this suture. Okay, so it is called as a sagittal plane also. Okay, now we will discuss the sagittal plane. The sagittal plane is an imaginary vertical plane. So it is an imaginary vertical plane. Imaginary vertical plane. It passes through the center of the body. That means if we cut the body in this sagittal plane, okay, exactly at the center, the sagittal plane exactly located along the sagittal suture, which is exactly at the center of the body. Okay, it passes through the center of the body. So if you cut the body in this plane, the body can be divided into two identical halves. That is, two identical means two equal halves, that is right and left halves. Equal halves, right side and left side. So the body will get right and left, equal parts. Okay, and the basic movements along this plane are flexion and extension. So that means if shoulder moves like this, the hand moves like this. So this is flexion and backward extension. So the basic movements along this plane are flexion and extension. Okay. So another name with this plane called as parasagittal plane. Parasagittal plane. Okay, the sagittal plane which is exactly located at the center is called as mid-sagittal plane. So this one is mid-sagittal plane, and another term called as parasagittal plane. So parasagittal plane. So this one is also a plane, a vertical plane which cuts the body, okay, which cuts the body. The plane moves from anterior to posterior, which cuts the body, but not at exactly center, by the side of, beside, we can call it as beside the mid sagittal plane is called as parasagittal. We can cut like this. So these are all parasagittal planes. These are all parasagittal planes. So this if you cut the body in the parasagittal plane, it will not give two identical halves. So it will give unequal parts. So that means if you cut on the left side, so you will get more right part and less left part, like that. Two unequal parts will be getting. So the another term which is related to sagittal plane are parasagittal plane. Now we'll move on to the next plane called as coronal plane. So this coronal plane, the word coronal is also derived from the Latin word called corona, which means crown like, and this one is also called as frontal plane. Coronal plane is also called as frontal plane. And why this plane is called coronal means it lies, okay, in the direction of coronal suture. So in the skull you'll have this one, this suture is called as coronal suture. Okay, this one is anterior, front of the body, and this one is back. So coronal suture. This bone is called as frontal bone. So the suture joins frontal and these two parietal bones here. Okay, so this one is called as coronal suture. Okay, if the body is cut in this plane, okay, if the body is cut in the direction of this coronal suture, it is called as coronal plane, and this plane is nearer to the frontal bone, so it is called as frontal plane also. And it is an imaginary vertical plane. So if you cut like this from side to side, and this plane is right angles to the sagittal plane. So this one is sagittal plane. This is right angles to the sagittal plane. So the coronal plane is right angles to the sagittal plane. Here also you can find this. Okay, what happens if the body cut in this plane? It divides the body into anterior part and the posterior part. So it cuts in, will get anterior part and the posterior part. Anterior part is also called as ventral part and posterior part is called as dorsal part. Okay, and the basic movements along these planes are, so movement of this arm like this sideways. So this one is called abduction. Away from the body is abduction and towards the body is called as adduction. So the basic movements which are taking place in this plane are abduction and adduction. Now we will move on to the next plane called as transverse plane. Okay, transverse plane. So this plane, this transverse plane is right angles to the both the sagittal and frontal planes. If you consider this transverse plane is also called as horizontal plane. The sagittal and coronal planes are called as vertical planes. So these two vertical planes, sagittal and coronal vertical planes, or right angles to this horizontal plane. Okay, the transverse plane is also called as horizontal plane. This plane divides, so this plane divides the body into upper part and the lower part. Okay, so this plane divides the body into upper part and the lower part. So you will get, if you cut the body at this plane, in this plane you will get upper body and lower body. Okay, so normally the basic movements along this plane are rotations, so rotatory motion. For example, if the person is rotating his trunk like this, so that means the movement is taking place in the transverse plane. And also if a person say no movement, okay, no, so he is moving the head in the transverse plane only. Okay, so normally rotations are taking place in this plane. So these are the basic anatomical planes. Okay, and in the next session we are going to discuss about some of the terms describing the direction and location of a part with the help of the anatomical position. We can call it as descriptive terms which are indicating the direction and location of the part. Thank you.